Oh no, I'm not wearing my... Hello, Internet. I am back, and today I am with my friend Sydney, who is from Lost Girls podcast with me, and if any of you have followed, which could probably be like one person watching this, you'll know that we haven't done anything in like a year, but this is kind of like a little teaser that starting next month we're going to come back, and it'll be on the YouTube channel, so it'll be a little bit easier to access. Everybody can watch it, so yeah, look for that next month. But for today, we are carving some spooky pumpkins. We're going to talk about some Disney urban legends, and I want to preface it by saying that in general, we don't necessarily think that there's lots of dead people walking around Disneyland. There's so many urban legends about people spreading ashes in Haunted Mansion.
I feel like we should preface by stating it's against the law.
Yes. The first and most popular one that I'm sure plenty of you have probably already heard was the boy. His mother scattered the ashes on the ride, and he can be heard giggling at the exit. And there's this really, really, really horrifying photo someone took of the Doom Buggies, and I'll put links to them because I don't want to just force these photos on anybody by popping them up on the screen.
On them?
Yeah, it's a picture of this kid just peeking out from behind the Doom Buggy like, hey, what's up? For someone who doesn't believe in ghosts at all, it gave me chills.
I think it's because it's a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really believe it, because I don't really believe in any of that kind of nonsense, but I think that anything involving kids always freaks me out more than things involving adults. Well, isn't that picture actually also supposed to be taken around the side where the Doom Buggies are empty? Like, you get out, and the Doom Buggy goes around a corner, and then it goes back to the beginning of the ride.
And apparently the child is sad because he never gets to get off the ride, but...
That would be horrible. It's like, not that I don't love Haunted Mansion, but I mean...
This poor kid, his mom meant well, scattered his ashes, and now he's stuck on the ride forever. He just wants to see the rest of Disneyland.
Except for when they vacuum up his ashes.
Does that mean that Disneyland's vacuums are haunted?
Yes. I am a firm believer in haunted vacuums.
Supposedly somebody died from a heart attack.
Oh, isn't that one been debunked though?
Yeah. But supposedly he died from a heart attack when the ride first opened because it was too scary.
He was so horrified. It hasn't changed much. I'm just
Also, they said that the myth happened because there was supposedly like a time when it opened and then it didn't actually officially open because Walt was getting ready for the World's Fair and then he passed away. So yeah, it was so scary he died. And yeah, it's been debunked.
Oh, I don't know. If you read Raleigh Crump's book, he talks about what they wanted to do with the attraction before it was the Haunted Mansion. And one of the things they wanted to have like somebody murdered in front of you. So if that had actually happened, I could see maybe. There's supposed to be a guy. I've never seen him, so I don't really know. I've just heard about him. But supposedly it's just this creepy old man who sits on a bench on the path from Fantasyland to Frontierland. Like you're walking over to Big Thunder. And he just sits there and is creepy. Like he's just always there.
I'm creepy.
Like
hello?
Nobody, like people only see him when they're by themselves and stuff like that.
Because they don't have a witness to say that they're lying.
But I'm curious about him. I want to know if he's still going to haunt that bench now that it's going to be Star Wars Land.
That'd be cool, haunting Star Wars Land?
Yeah, I think the area that he's supposedly in is going to be part of Star Wars Land. I'm not completely positive, so don't quote me on that.
If anybody knows, comment below.
If you know if that dude is still going to haunt that bench.
Which bench does he haunt? And will he be haunting Star Wars? It's funny, take a picture with Chewbacca and the creepy old man.
Creepy ghost.
Oh, look at that! Oh gosh! Okay, now that we scared away the creepy old man.
And everything's wet. So for a while, people thought that, you know when you eat at the Blue Bayou, if you look up, like most people don't look up because you're looking at the ride, but if you look up, it looks like a building. Like, yeah, it's supposed to look like a hotel. Yeah. That's what I think it's supposed to be. Anyway, for a really long time, people thought that was haunted because they could see shadows up there. But actually, the other side of that is Club 33. So what you're seeing is shadows from the staff.
People who are way cooler than you.
Yeah.
Alright.
So I always thought that was funny.
That reminds me of another one that was pretty silly. Have you heard the Small World one?
Mm-mm.
So there was just a time when the lights went on and they said evacuate, and look straight ahead so that people don't, fall into the water. But everybody thought that meant don't look up, because some woman was like, I need to finish off my camera roll. And she just took a random picture of what people thought was a child hanging from the rafters.
Oh yeah, I remember reading about that one.
And I was like, I don't want to look at the picture. And then one article forced me to, and I was like, that's one of the dolls.
Yeah, it's like one of the dolls that hang from the balloons.
No, it's the one that's like on the tightrope.
Oh,
so he's like air planking like this. I'm like, why is a kid's arms gonna be straight like that if he's dead? Also, how'd the kid get up there?
That would be my question, is how would a toddler get up there?
Apparently people also thought that somebody like murdered him and hung him there.
You know, if that were true, Disney would kibosh those pictures.
Yeah.
Or the court system investigating the murder of this child would.
Beyonce never got that photo removed from the internet. I don't think Disney has that much power.
It's amazing.
Now that our pumpkin of guts is magically the Matterhorn, we're ready for the next step, and we're gonna draw our faces and talk about other spooky stuff. So, one of the ones that I enjoyed coming across was the urban legend of the dead bellhop at Tower of Terror, and I've heard both California Adventure and Walt Disney World. And there's a lovely video.
Which park was the video from? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. I think it was from California Adventure. So I think Walt Disney World is haunted, and California Adventure is also haunted, but by a different
specter.
The one in Florida was just a cast member died, had a heart attack, but I feel like we would have heard about that.
Probably.
Even though people don't die at Disneyland, I still feel like we would have heard about that.
Oh, but they do now. The guy on Columbia died at Disneyland, so they can no longer say that nobody's died there.
Oh yeah, that's true. So all of the cast members have to do maintenance on the ride by themselves. You just ride it, and you just nonchalantly check off the sheet while it's dropping, and it's no big deal. So there's this awesome old man with a great mustache, just wearing his bellhop uniform and filling out the paperwork. And there's two spots where specters appear. There's one behind him and one a couple seats down. And
Sid is convinced it was mirrors.
Yeah, the only thing though is that one of them did look female.
Yeah, but they project the girl from in the elevator.
But she's sitting. It looks like it's sitting behind him.
I think it's the projections.
I don't believe it either way. But it's great because the employee just does not care. He doesn't care about the ride. He doesn't care about the ghost sitting next to him. He's just like, just another day.
He does not even care that he loses his hat.
Yeah, he's like, whatever. As promised, our pumpkins are finished. Now I make the big reveal. Okay. So mine is the pumpkins at the Haunted Mansion for Haunted Mansion Holiday. And I don't know what the heck Sid's is.
It's the mouse.
I know. I was being sarcastic. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching us make pumpkins. And I hope that we scared you with all of our Disney urban legends. And comment below on what your favorite urban legend is. And I will see you guys next week.